Good morning, Mr. Alfonso. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Hope you are.
I am. Alfonso, I thank you tremendously for allowing me to interview you for Veterans Day. It's an honor. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, I thank you for doing it. It's an honor you doing that for the veterans and for these people around us.
Great, great, great. Alfonso, since this is about you being a veteran, I'd like to start off asking you a question that is going to take you way back. Alfonso, out of all the things that you could have done, can you tell me why is it that you selected to join the military?
Um, yeah, well, it's pretty simple. It was based on opportunity. It was opportunity to be able to get into college and have someone support me during school and pay for some things while I was in college. And actually, it started as a part-time job while I was in college. Then it escalated into a full-time position when I got out of it. But I just jumped on the military to use its resources and help to just to fund my program and fund my support me trying to grow up and make sense of all this life.
Okay, good answer. He said opportunity, and it helped him. It helped him. So, with that said, Alfonso, Mr. Mosley, Alphonso Mosley, Mr. Mosley, can you share with us your military journey? Can you, talk to us about what you did, where you did it, what that changed about you?
Um, yes, well, it was. It took me to a few places. Of course, I started in Fort Knox, Kentucky, which is was what they call they got me off the bat. They put me in a one called an OSUT, a one station unit training. So normally people go to basic training, stay there a few months, then they leave and go somewhere else for AIT, just the annual initial training. But I got stuck in one station, so I was in Kentucky for almost a year.
Wow.
And when I came out, I was fully qualified as an armor 19 kilo, which was the first soldiers trained on the M1 Abrams tanks, which is a magnificent combat machine. But as the training went, we didn't see a lot of action, just a lot of training. So after 5 years of that, I switched up and became a medic.
Okay.
I went to San Antonio for another year, stayed there and came back out as a combat medic. And that was a little more hands-on, more on the civilian side. So that was a little more helpful than learning how to blow stuff up. So I use that as a tool to better myself and get to the next level.
Okay. Okay. So talk to me about what you enjoyed most about the military, Mr. Mosley.
Again, the amazing opportunity. I just can never get over the opportunity that I grew up in a rural area, and just to be able to get involved with the military, and was able to go see different people, different places, and learn different things. I just look back at it as a tremendous opportunity that I wish I could, and I have been trying to encourage more young people to get into. Because I see today, I think the numbers are dropping, and for us, especially the Black American youth, not just men, but women also, the numbers has decreased as far as enlisting. And I just feel it's a great opportunity for anyone to start and finish if they desire to, but definitely a great place to start, as the commercial used to say back in the day.
A great place to start.
Place to start. Yes, it is.
I don't
And
remember that one, Alfonso. That must have been before my time. A great place to start. Is that what they said?
that's right.
So, Alfonso, with you saying that, the military is a great place to start. You grew up in a rural community. It gave you the opportunity, to see different things, do different things. It helped you as you went through college. Can you tell me what is it that made you decide that, okay, now's the time. It's time for me to retire?
Believe it or not, I was I got orders to be redeployed again. I've been to Afghanistan, Iraq, and I was in my 21st, 22nd year, and I got orders to be redeployed. And then just looking at my medical background and my personal medical issues that I had, I decided it'd be best for me to get out while I could instead of going back and testing the waters again. So I went twice, and I thought at the third time would be someone else's turn to go back, and I could assist better on the training side than the actual combat side. So that's what made me retire. And also, it was an opportunity because when I think I was lucky. I lucked up into a contract opportunity when I retired. So this company was waiting on me to retire, encouraging me to retire so I can come teach full time at the Medical Simulation Training Center called the MSTC. And you kind of work hand in hand as I think I was out the military for 2 weeks before I was back working with the military.
Okay, so you stayed working with the military for a while.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was again, it was a good opportunity because it was I have gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of training on the medical side. So I was able to teach young soldiers that was going overseas or going to war. We was able to train them and put them through some realistic training to get them prepared. And so it was a good opportunity, and I did that once I retired.
So, Mr. Mosley, are you still doing that?
Occasionally, but not full time. I do the CPR part and the first aid. This when I do have a personal relationship with some of the instructors. So when they're short, they kind of call me in on part-time status. But I refuse to sign a contract as full time.
Okay, so Mr. Mosley, when you were able to transition completely, from the military, from working as a contractor with the military, can you talk to me about what that transition was like for you and your family to cut ties with the military? Somewhat cut ties with the military. Right. What was that transition like?
Well, again, the transition from the military to the civilian side of life as a contractor, it helped ease the pain of leaving the military because I was still involved with the military, and which I loved every minute I was in the military, and loved all the people I met. And I really can't think of any bad times I had in the military, knock on wood, except some injuries. Even the injuries that we treated, we never lost anybody. So they were good injuries. But as far as the transition, it was just the smooth transition from uniform to a khakis and golf shirt, kind of doing the same thing, but just in the arena.
Okay.
So it was pretty smooth. Yeah.
Great. So share with us, Alphonso, what is it that you do now as a civilian?
Well, I'm a business owner. My wife and I, we own 3 child care centers, and so we're a Black-owned business family, and it has my whole majority of my family's been included in it, and they're supported, and they run the business. I just kind of oversee and do what they ask me to do. But I do a lot of the training. Again, the first aid, first aid CPR is very important for anybody who works in the childcare field. You got to have it every 2 years. Used to be one every year. That's when I got involved in it because we were scattering, trying to find classes to get into every year. So once I started teaching it, fortunately, it went to every 2 years. So I try to just help out the community, help out our staff and different staffs in the area that need CPR and first aid by coming to them, so they don't have to send they don't have to send their staff away from work. I can come to them and train them right there at work.
So I hear that you are a Black business owner. You and your family own 3 child development centers, and then you also serve as a facilitator for CPR and first aid for your community. How cool is that? How cool is that?
You said. Also, I'm a local. I'm into politics. I'm the local town commissioner. Being reelected. This is my 3rd term being reelected, so I get to support the town and support the citizens on trying to help them get through the different avenues of the town to keep VAS up and going, hopefully.
Okay, so did I hear you say you're a town commissioner for VAS?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yes.
So I don't know much about that. Can you tell me, what is it that a town commissioner, what do you do as a town commissioner? What's that mission?
Well, we sit, it's a total of 5 of us, and we sit on the board with the mayor of the town, and decisions from police activity to road activity to housing areas come in, different businesses coming in. We all have to vote on it to get it started and pushed in the right direction. Okay. Then we follow the growth and make sure it's done properly. And so we just oversee all the missions of the town, and with a vote. We all have a vote at the board.
Okay, I like that. I didn't know. I didn't know. So I'm sure that other veterans didn't know that either. So you've shared with us, your mission as a Black family business owner, as a town commissioner. How about you share with us, your journey as a family man, Mr. Alphonso?
Well, I've been lucky. I've been married for 30 years now.
Wow.
And I have 3 beautiful daughters out of my marriage, and I had beauty about them. Each one has followed our footsteps, and they're finished their college graduates, and they did finish school, and all successful citizens right now. And one thing I'm proud of, all 3 of them graduated from HBCUs. So that's one thing I hang my hat on.
Mr. Alphonso, what's HBCU?
Historical Black College. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I knew that. I was asking for the ones that didn't know, okay? Okay, so Alphonso, you talked to us about being a military man, a veteran, a businessman, been in politics, in your community as a community advocate. You've been the home hero, a dad of girls. So tell me, that's a lot. How do you prioritize? What is it that you're going to do when you're going to do it? How do you prioritize what's important wearing all those different hats?
Well, of course, with family, you always try to keep them on the proper journey. And we always push education first. And fortunately, none of the family ever pushed back against education. And they always push forward on their education. And it just keeping them active. All of them play sports. So I kept them active, kept them involved in the community, kept them in and out of small towns. Even though we live in a small town, we visit big towns so they can see the difference of big cities and the small cities. And they know the difference. And just been an ongoing process. Their mother was a she's a big resource for them, and she's encouraging them, and they follow her footsteps. She's voted in education also, and of course she started the business from ground up pretty much by herself. So we all act like support elements for her right now.
Kind of sound like you got a wonderful wife, like there's another hero in the house.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, how great is that? That is good. That is good. So, Alphonso, with you talking about, family and, education, and your wife being the backbone of the business, starting it up from the ground up, that makes me think about legacy. So I wanted to talk to you a moment about legacy. Can you tell me a couple of your legacy memories and how you anchor those memories?
Well, as far as my legacies, and reflecting back to the military, that's where I got my military background from. My grandfather, he was in World War II, and
Wow.
my father, he was in Korean War and went to Vietnam twice. And they always tell me this a funny story that my grandfather and my father happened to be in the Korean War at the same time. He was drafted out of high school straight to Korean War, and they was both there at the same time. And they joked. My grandfather he told his son, "Hey, I'm going home to take care of mother. You keep your head down till you get home."
Keep your head down till you get home. Wow.
Going home to take care of mom. So he left him over there. But the men they were, I think, kind of encouraged me to want to be somewhat involved in the military, because they were great men and they were great strong men. And I think that's pretty much where I got my background for the military from.
Oh, so that was 3 generations.
Yes, 3 generations. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Military men. So, Alphonso, I want to stay on this legacy. Let's say 40 years from now, when you like 80, 90 years old, you are at your own legacy celebration. I want you to tell me about 2 individuals that would be at your legacy celebration with you. And what is it they would say about Mr. Alphonso Mosley?
Well, I would hopefully my wife will be there, and she'll say what a good husband and great father I was, and how I always put my family first, and didn't let anything come between me and my family. Looking for my kids to be there, echoing what their mother said, as far as being a good parent, very supportive on all their missions, and good or bad, we always was right there with them, and pushed them to it. Came through the good side, and everything seemed, so far, knock on wood, everything came out good. I would who else would be there? My hopefully some of my comrades I served with would be there, and they would say what a dedicated soldier I was, and how I always put my fellow soldiers in front of me, not worrying about harm or dangers, just trying to make sure everybody got home safely. So that'll be my legacy, my family, and just a few friends. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful legacy. That's what's important. That's what matters. Family and a few friends. So when we talk about family and a few friends, and those were your military comrades. So I have this last question for you. What is it that you want to share with individuals who are in the military and they're looking to transition to this side? They're looking to become civilians. What is it that you could share with these individuals?
Well, first of all, make sure you're eligible to retire. I hear it's kind of funny, but I hear it so many times today that people have 12, 15, 14 years in and plan on getting out when they're so close to retirement. If no matter how tough your situation is, if you can just tough it out a few more years, you'll be rewarded the rest of your life. So I want to encourage them to stay in to the end, or stay in until they're eligible to retire. And I also would like to, again, encourage young African-American people to actually think about joining the military again. And it's actually a place where it's the regulations and the regulations and the cum laude, the benefits are meaningful, and it's always fair to a certain extent in the military. It's not just they can't just push it to the side and say they're going to do one thing when the policy says they have to do something else. So just encouraging to use it as a footstool, or get in to get started, or get in and finish, and then it's yours the rest of your life. So just trying to encourage our people to think about joining, not just the Army. I was in the Army, but any branch of the military. I had friends that's in the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines. Brother-in-law's in Marine, brother-in-law's in Air Force. So it's just a good place for our people to get a good start, our young people.
Our young people. Great. Yes. Great. So, Alphonso, I've asked you several different questions on several different topics, and this is your platform. So I'm not sure if I've asked you everything to prompt, concepts that you'd like to speak about. So is there anything else that you would like to share today that I have not prompted from you?
No, not really. Just again, thank you for doing what you're doing, creating a platform for veterans, and hopefully this was our conversation will fall on the right ears and encourage someone else to pursue a career. Because as you speak with other veterans, I'm pretty sure some of them echo some of the same things I'm saying, that the life you have in the military cannot be. It can be challenging, but it can't be replaced by anything you do in the civilian world.
I have not heard that. I'm glad you shared that. I've not heard that through the interviews. I'm glad you shared that. Yes.
I appreciate it. So that's the only thing. Just encourage people to use it as an avenue, and get the best out of that you can.
Right. Alphonso, thank you. Thank you for participating today, okay?
I appreciate you, and appreciate what you do. Okay.
Talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.